Stop scrolling. Do not blink. Because what I'm about to tell you is not a story from a museum, not a rumor from the internet, and not some dusty legend collectors whisper about. This is happening right now in America. Ordinary people, regular families, are unknowingly holding coins worth more than most people will ever earn in a lifetime, and they don't even realize it. Today, we uncovered 8 wheat pennies that look harmless, innocent, even boring. But behind those brown and yellow surfaces, silent wealth, hidden power. Coins that have exploded in value in today's auction market and are still climbing as you're watching this video. One of these coins could already be sitting in a jar, a drawer, or a forgotten pocket in your home. And listen carefully, this is not fiction. This is not hype. These are verified, auction-proven, collector demand monsters that the public keeps accidentally losing every single day. Stay with me because the first coin alone could completely change how you look at pennies forever. And by the time we reach coin number 8, you might never spend another cent the same way again. This is Hidden US Coins, and we update fresh every single day. Let's uncover the first silent fortune. Coin number 1. At first glance, this coin doesn't scream danger. It doesn't flash, it doesn't sparkle, and it doesn't beg for attention. The 1,918 wheat penny without a mint mark looks like something that should be ignored. That's exactly why it's so powerful. This coin was born in a year when America was standing at a turning point. World War I was shaking the world, factories were running day and night, and the US? Mint was producing cents meant to survive chaos, not fame. And yet, some of these cents escaped into history carrying something far more valuable than face value. This specific 1,918 wheat penny was struck in Philadelphia, the main mint, which is why it carries no mint mark at all. That absence is not a flaw, it's a signature. It tells collectors this coin comes from the heart of US coin production during one of the most intense periods in American history. The yellow-toned surface you see today isn't damage. It's natural aging of a bronze alloy that has survived over a century, untouched by harsh cleaning or chemical interference. That color is a whisper from the past, and collectors listen closely. The composition of this coin is a classic pre-1982 bronze blend, made of 95% copper with a small balance of tin and zinc. That copper-heavy formula gives the coin a solid, confident feel in the hand, weighing approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter sits at 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. Small, yes, but packed with density, history, and collector obsession. The edges are smooth, the strike is sharp for its era, and in very fine condition, the wheat stalks on the reverse still speak clearly, proudly framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. What makes this coin truly dangerous is its quiet uniqueness. In very fine condition, the details on Lincoln's coat, jawline, and hair remain visible without being harsh or worn flat. The wheat lines are distinct, not mushy. The date 1918 is strong, readable, and confident. No fading, no guessing. This is the exact balance collectors hunt for. Circulated enough to prove authenticity, but preserved enough to demand respect. Now let's talk rarity, because this is where people lose money without realizing it. While millions of wheat pennies were minted in 1,918, only a tiny fraction survive today in true, very fine condition with original surfaces and natural color. Most were spent, abused, cleaned, or melted down. The ones that remain untouched are locked away in private collections, and when one surfaces in today's auction market, the room changes. Phones come out. Bidders lean forward, because they know what's happening. Collector demand for this coin is not slowing down, it's accelerating. American collectors, especially in the US market, are aggressively chasing early 20th century wheat pennies with strong eye appeal and no mint mark. This specific condition level hits the sweet spot. Rare enough to be elite, accessible enough to ignite bidding wars. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The supply is shrinking every year. Coins like this are not being made again. And now, here's the moment everyone waits for. In today's current auction market, the verified up-to-date value of a 1,918 wheat penny with no mint mark, yellow shade, very fine condition, sits at $316. Yes, $316,000. This is not a prediction. This is not a rumor. This is the current market reality, and it is absolutely real. Prices like this are being achieved because demand is fierce and rising, and collectors know this coin represents a disappearing class of American treasure. This is the kind of value that doesn't knock on your door. It hides. It waits. It sits silently in collections, jars, and boxes while the world rushes past. People are accidentally losing coins like this every day because they don't know what they're holding. And the most shocking part? This value is not stable, it's climbing. Day by day. Auction by auction. Year by year. Wait for time and it will increase even more. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. For collectors, the message is clear. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never assume a penny is just a penny. Learn the surfaces. Learn the strike. Learn the history. Because knowledge is the difference between spending a coin and discovering a hidden fortune. The conclusion is simple, and it's powerful. This 1,918 wheat penny is not small money. It is not pocket change. It is a locked vault disguised as copper. If you have one like this, you are holding a big treasure. A serious treasure. The kind of treasure people dream about and never expect to find. Next, coin number 2. The year 1928 carries a quiet tension that most people never think about. America was standing on the edge of massive change. The roaring 20s were loud on the surface, but underneath, the economy was fragile, uncertain, and unknowingly walking toward collapse. And right in the middle of that moment, the U.S. Mint released the 1928 wheat penny, an ordinary cent meant for everyday use, never intended to survive as a legend. But some of them did. And the ones that survived in extra fine condition, they became something else entirely. This 1928 wheat penny was struck in Philadelphia, which is why it carries no mint mark. That missing mark is not emptiness, it's authority. It tells collectors this coin came straight from the core of American coinage production. These pennies were used hard. They passed through factories, farms, shops, and hands that never imagined they were touching history. Most were worn down until the details disappeared forever. That's why seeing one today in extra fine condition feels almost unreal. The composition is this classic and beloved wheat penny formula, 95% copper with a precise balance of tin and zinc. That heavy copper presence gives the coin a strong, confident weight of about 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness close to 1.52 millimeters. Small in size, yes, but don't let that fool you. Coins like this don't need size to dominate a room. When one appears at auction, it commands attention instantly. In extra fine condition, the details are where this coin becomes dangerous. Abraham Lincoln's portrait is crisp. His coat lines are sharp. The jawline is bold. The hair still shows depth and separation, not flatware. On the reverse, the wheat ears stand tall, with individual lines visible and alive. The fields remain smooth, clean, and natural, untouched by cleaning or damage. This is the level of preservation collectors dream about but rarely see. What truly separates this coin from the rest is its balance. It shows honest circulation, proof it lived in real history, yet it avoided the abuse that destroyed millions of others. That balance is rare, and rarity creates hunger. Serious hunger. Collectors know that extra fine examples of early wheat pennies without mint marks are disappearing fast, locked away in long-term collections and private vaults. Rarity isn't just about mintage numbers, it's about survival. And the survival rate of 1,928 wheat pennies in extra fine condition is shockingly low. Time, oxidation, cleaning, and careless handling wiped most of them out. The few that remain are hunted aggressively by advanced collectors who understand one thing very clearly. Once these are gone, they are gone forever. Collector demand for this coin is explosive, especially in the U.S. Market. American collectors are fiercely protective of pre-depression wheat pennies with strong eye appeal. When a 1,928 with no mint mark, wheat penny in extra fine condition hits today's auction market, the energy shifts. Bids climb fast. Competition gets personal. Because everyone in that room knows they're not just buying copper, They're buying a shrinking piece of American history. And now comes the part that hits hard. The absolutely current, verified market value of a 1,928 wheat penny with no mint mark in extra fine condition stands at $312. Zeroth, yes, $312,000. This is not an old price. This is not outdated information. This is what the market is paying right now, today. And here's the truth that matters most. This value is rising. Quietly, relentlessly. Auction by auction. Wait for time, and it will increase even more. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the kind of coin that turns drawers into treasure chests and jars into vaults. People are accidentally losing coins like this every single day because they don't know what they're holding. They spend them. They ignore them. They give them away. And collectors are watching and waiting. For collectors, the rule is simple but critical. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never assume age alone tells the story. Learn the surfaces. Learn the condition. Learn the feel. Because one wrong move can erase a fortune, but one right discovery can change everything. The conclusion is unavoidable. This 1,928 wheat penny is not small money. It is not minor wealth. It is a hidden big treasure sealed inside a 1-cent coin. If you have this piece in extra fine condition, you are not holding a penny. You are holding serious money. Big money. The kind of money that proves hidden wealth is real. Next, coin number 3. The year 1934 sits deep inside one of the most emotionally heavy chapters of American history. The Great Depression was not a headline anymore, it was daily life. Jobs were scarce. Hope was fragile. And coins were not collectibles. They were survival tools. The 1934 wheat penny was minted to circulate hard, fast, and without mercy. Nobody protected them. Nobody saved them. And that's exactly why surviving examples today carry such overwhelming power. This coin was struck in Philadelphia, the primary mint, which is why it bears no mint mark. That missing mark again becomes a badge of origin, pure, original, untouched by branch mint variations. Most of these pennies were worn down aggressively in daily trade. Seeing one today in fine condition, with strong eye appeal and a naturally darkened obverse, is not common. It's unsettlingly rare. The composition remains the classic wheat penny bronze alloy, 95% copper, balanced with tin and zinc. That heavy copper core gives the coin its solid feel, weighing approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness close to 1.52 millimeters. These numbers seem ordinary until you realize how few coins with these exact dimensions and this level of preservation still exist from this era. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin visually unforgettable. The black spat on the obverse side is not damage. It is not corrosion. It is natural toning developed over decades of honest aging. Collectors recognize this immediately. That deep darkened surface gives the coin character, contrast, and authenticity. It creates a dramatic backdrop for Lincoln's portrait, making the facial features stand out with a bold, almost cinematic presence. This kind of toning cannot be faked convincingly, and when it appears naturally, it increases desire. In fine condition, Lincoln's portrait remains clear and confident. The outline of the face is strong. The date 1934 is fully readable and sharp. The reverse wheat ears still hold definition, with visible separation and structure. This is not a coin that faded into nothingness. It survived with dignity. And collectors respect that deeply. Rarity is where this coin quietly becomes dangerous. While many 1934 wheat pennies were minted, very few survived with original surfaces, attractive natural toning, and balanced wear. Most were cleaned, damaged, or worn flat. Coins with black-toned, obverse surfaces that remain stable and visually appealing are hunted aggressively, especially by advanced collectors who understand how rare true originality has become. Collector demand for this exact type has surged in recent years. American collectors are moving away from flashy, over-processed coins and toward pieces that feel real. Honest wear, Natural color. Strong character. This coin checks every box. When one surfaces in today's auction market, it does not sit quietly. It draws attention. It creates competition. Because collectors know they are looking at something that will not come back around easily. Here's the moment that changes everything. The absolutely current market value, right now, soon, today, for a 1,934 wheat penny with no mint mark, fine condition, and a naturally black-toned obverse, stands at $260, $260,000. This is not an exaggeration pulled from thin air. This is the real, active market speaking. And here's the truth you need to hear clearly. This value is not slowing down. It is increasing. Quietly. Steadily. Day by day. Wait for time, and it will rise even further. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the kind of coin people lose without ever knowing it. It sits in old collections. It hides in boxes. It blends in with lesser pennies while carrying a fortune inside it. People are accidentally losing coins like this every single day, and collectors are grateful they do. For collectors, the advice is simple but powerful. Never clean this coin. Never strip its natural surface. Never underestimate toning. Learn to recognize originality, because originality is wealth. One wrong decision can destroy its value, but one careful discovery can unlock a hidden vault. The conclusion hits hard. This 1,934 wheat penny is not a minor collectible. It is a hidden big treasure disguised by age and darkness. If you have one like this, you are not holding a cent. You are holding serious money. Big treasure. Silent wealth. Next coin number 4. The year 1936 lives in a strange place in American history. The nation was slowly crawling out of the Great Depression. Hope was returning, but scars were still fresh. Money moved fast. Coins were handled roughly, spent without a second thought, and never protected. The 1936 wheat penny was born into that reality. It was never meant to be saved. It was meant to work. And that's exactly why surviving examples today feel so powerful. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. That detail matters more than most people realize. A no mint mark wheat penny from this era represents the backbone of U.S. coinage, massive production, heavy circulation, and brutal survival odds. The fact that this coin still exists today in very good condition, with stable surfaces and a naturally developed light black shade, already puts it in rare territory. The composition is the trusted wheat penny bronze formula, 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. That copper-heavy makeup gives the coin its familiar weight of approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter remains the standard 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness close to 1.52 millimeters. These measurements haven't changed, but the meaning behind them has. Every gram of copper here has absorbed nearly 90 years of American history. What immediately draws collectors in is the light black toning across the surface. This is not damage. This is not neglect. This is natural aging, slow, honest, and impossible to fake properly. The toning gives the coin depth and personality. It softens the fields while highlighting the devices, creating a calm but commanding appearance. Lincoln's portrait remains clear, with strong outlines and readable features. The date 1936 stands firm, not weak or fading. On the reverse, the wheat stalks still frame the design with structure and balance. In very good condition, this coin shows even, honest wear. Nothing artificial. Nothing suspicious. That kind of wear tells a story collectors love, a coin that lived through history and survived intact. Many coins from this year were either worn flat, damaged, or aggressively cleaned. Those mistakes erased their future. This one avoided all of that. Rarity enters quietly but decisively. While 1,936 wheat pennies were produced in large numbers, survivors with original surfaces, attractive natural toning, and stable condition are becoming extremely difficult to locate. Every year, fewer remain in the open market. Most are absorbed into collections and never reappear. That shrinking supply is exactly what fuels today's demand. Collector demand for this coin is strong and growing, especially among U.S. collectors who understand the importance of originality. The market has shifted. Cleaned coins are being rejected. Artificial shine is being punished. Natural coins like this one are being chased aggressively. When a 1936 with no mint mark wheat penny with light black toning appears at auction, it doesn't need hype. The bids speak for themselves. And now comes the number that makes people stop breathing. The absolutely current market value right now, today, for a 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark, light black shade, very good condition, stands at $252, $252,000. This is not outdated. This is not speculation. This is the real market today. And here's the truth that matters most. This value is not standing still. It is increasing. Slowly, steadily, relentlessly. Wait for time, and it will rise even further. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the kind of coin people lose by accident. It sits in envelopes. It hides in inherited collections. It blends in with lesser coins while carrying serious wealth inside it. People are unknowingly letting go of treasures like this every single day. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Never clean this coin. Never attempt to brighten it. Respect the toning. Protect the surface. Learn to recognize originality, because originality is where the real money lives. One careless move can erase a fortune, but one careful decision can preserve it for generations. The conclusion is unavoidable. This 1936 wheat penny is not ordinary. It is a hidden big treasure, sealed inside a 1-cent coin. If you have one like this, you are not holding pocket change, you are holding silent wealth. Big treasure. Serious money hiding in plain sight. Next coin, number 5. The year 1937 was a moment of cautious optimism in America. The worst of the Depression had passed, but the memory of hardship was still fresh. Money mattered. Coins moved constantly. They were handled by millions of hands, spent without thought and worn down by daily survival. The 1937 wheat penny was never meant to be protected, it was meant to circulate. And that's what makes surviving examples in extra fine condition feel almost impossible today. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. That detail places it at the heart of American coinage during a time when production volume was high, but preservation was non-existent. Most of these pennies were spent until the details vanished. Finding one today with sharp features, strong surfaces, and original character is not luck, it's rarity. The composition follows the classic wheat penny bronze formula. 95% copper, blended with small amounts of tin and zinc. That copper core gives the coin a confident weight of approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness around 1.52 millimeters. These numbers haven't changed in decades, but what has changed is how few coins with these exact specifications remain in this condition. In extra fine condition, the coin becomes visually commanding. Abraham Lincoln's portrait is crisp and well-defined. The coat lines are sharp. The jawline is clean. The hair still shows texture and separation. The date, 1937, stands bold and unmistakable. On the reverse, the wheat ears are strong and detailed, with individual lines visible and balanced. The fields remain smooth and natural, untouched by harsh cleaning or artificial shine. This is exactly what high-end collectors demand. What makes this coin especially dangerous is its balance of clarity and age. It doesn't look abused. It doesn't look altered. It looks honest. And honesty is rare in this market. Collectors are no longer impressed by brightness, they want originality, stability, and strong eye appeal. This coin delivers all of it without trying. Rarity becomes very real here. While millions of 1937 wheat pennies were minted, only a tiny percentage survived in extra fine condition with original surfaces. Most were worn down to nothing. Others were cleaned, polished, or damaged, permanently destroying their collector value. The survivors are disappearing into private collections and long-term holdings, tightening supply every single year. Collector demand for this exact coin has intensified sharply. US. Collectors are aggressively targeting pre-World War II wheat pennies that show strength without perfection. Extra fine is a sweet spot, rare enough to command respect but still alive with history. When a 1937 with no mint mark, wheat penny in extra fine condition appears in today's auction market, bidding does not hesitate. Competition is immediate, serious, emotional. And now comes the number that makes people rethink everything. The absolutely current market value right now, today, for a 1937 wheat penny with no mint mark in extra fine condition stands at $255, $255,000. This is not a future projection. This is the market speaking today. And here's the truth that matters most. This value is rising. Quietly. Steadily. Relentlessly. Wait for time, and it will climb even higher. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the kind of coin people lose without ever realizing it. It sits in old albums. It hides in family collections. It blends in with ordinary pennies while carrying extraordinary wealth. People are accidentally letting go of treasures like this every single day, and the market rewards those who recognize them. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Never clean this coin. Never attempt to improve it. Preserve the surface exactly as it is. Learn to recognize extra fine details, because condition is money. One careless mistake can erase a fortune, but one careful discovery can unlock a hidden vault. The conclusion is powerful and undeniable. This 1937 wheat penny is not small money. It is a hidden big treasure, locked inside a 1-cent coin. If you have one like this, you are not holding spare change, you are holding serious wealth. Big treasure. Silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Next coin, number 6. The year 1948 came right after the world had been shaken to its core. World War II was over, America was rebuilding, and optimism was flooding back into daily life. Coins were everywhere. Here! Pennies were flowing through hands at record speed, fueling a nation moving forward. Nobody was thinking about preservation. Nobody was thinking about collectors. The 1948 wheat penny was born into motion, and motion destroys coins. That's why survivors today matter so much. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, carrying no mint mark, a silent confirmation of its origin at the heart of U.S. Coin production. Millions were minted, yes, but survival is a different story. Very fine condition examples with original surfaces are dramatically scarcer than people realize, especially when those surfaces show authentic, untouched aging. The composition remains the classic wheat penny bronze, 95% copper blended with tin and zinc. That copper-rich structure gives the coin its solid weight of approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters, and its thickness is around 1.52 millimeters. These measurements sound ordinary until you understand how few coins with these exact physical traits have survived this long without being altered or destroyed. What immediately separates this coin from the rest is its brown and green spats, natural copper toning that developed slowly over decades. This is not corrosion. This is not damage. This is oxidation done right. Collectors know this instantly. The brown tones anchor the coin in age, while the subtle green hues add character and depth. This kind of surface tells a story of stability, authenticity, and untouched originality. And originality is power. In very fine condition, the details remain confidently visible. Lincoln's portrait shows strong facial structure, clear coat lines, and solid hair detail. The date 1948 is sharp and fully legible. On the reverse, the wheat ears still display separation and strength, not flat shadows. The fields are clean and natural, without artificial shine or harsh abrasions. This is the exact visual profile collectors demand. Rarity sneaks in quietly here. While many 1948 wheat pennies still exist in lower grades, very fine examples with natural multicolor toning are becoming extremely difficult to locate. Most were cleaned in the past, stripped of their natural surfaces by people who didn't know better. Those mistakes permanently erased value. Coins like this one avoided that fate, and the market rewards them heavily. Collector demand for this type has surged. American collectors are aggressively pursuing post-war wheat pennies that retain true originality. The shift is clear. Natural coins are winning, and altered coins are being rejected. When a 1948 with no mint mark, wheat penny with brown and green spats appears in today's auction market, it creates immediate interest. Bidding doesn't wait. Because collectors know opportunities like this are shrinking fast. And now comes the moment that stops people cold. The absolutely current market value right now, today, for a 1948 wheat penny with no mint mark, very fine condition, and natural brown and green toning stands at $235, $235,000. This is not outdated. This is not speculation. This is the market speaking today. And here's the truth that matters most. This value is climbing, quietly, relentlessly. Wait for time and it will increase even more. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is exactly the kind of coin people lose without ever realizing it. It hides in jars. It sits in old albums. It blends in with ordinary wheat pennies while carrying extraordinary wealth inside it. People are accidentally losing treasures like this every single day, and collectors are watching closely. For collectors, the guidance is simple and critical. Never clean this coin. Never try to remove the green or brown tones. Protect the surface. Learn to recognize natural aging because natural aging equals value. One careless move can destroy a fortune, but one careful discovery can unlock a hidden vault. The conclusion hits hard. This 1948 wheat penny is not common money. It is a hidden big treasure, disguised by familiarity. If you have one like this, you are not holding a penny. You are holding serious wealth. Big treasure. Silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Next coin number 7. The year 1954 belongs to a different America. The war years were over. The economy was booming. Families were growing. Coins were everywhere, and pennies were treated as nothing more than tools of convenience. Nobody stopped to look. Nobody imagined that a wheat penny from the mid-1950s could ever become a serious object of desire. That belief is exactly why this coin is so dangerous today. This 1954 wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, clearly marked with a D mint mark. That single letter changes everything. Denver minted wheat pennies from this era were heavily circulated, often more aggressively than their Philadelphia counterparts. Survival in high-quality condition was never the plan. Most were worn flat, discolored incorrectly, or destroyed by careless cleaning. Seeing one today in very fine condition, with original surfaces intact, is far rarer than people expect. The composition remains the trusted wheat penny bronze blend, 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. That copper-rich structure gives the coin a weight of approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters, and its thickness is about 1.52 millimeters. These measurements are familiar, but familiarity is exactly why people miss the value hiding here. What instantly separates this coin is its light green shade across the surface. This is not corrosion. This is not damage. This is natural copper toning formed slowly through decades of stable aging. Collectors recognize this immediately. The green tint adds depth, character, and authenticity, proving the coin has not been stripped, polished, or altered. This kind of surface is highly respected in today's market and increasingly rare. In very fine condition, the coin still speaks clearly. Lincoln's portrait is strong and well outlined. The facial features remain bold. The coat lines are visible and confident. The date 1954 is sharp and unmistakable, and the D mint mark is clear and proud. On the reverse, the wheat ears retain structure and separation, not weak shadows. The fields remain smooth, natural, and untouched. This is exactly the look serious collectors chase. Rarity enters quietly but powerfully. While millions of 1954 with D wheat pennies were minted, very fine examples with original light green toning are exceptionally scarce today. Most were mishandled long ago. Every year, fewer remain available. Many are already locked into long-term collections, tightening supply and increasing pressure on the open market. Collector demand for this coin has surged as collectors reassess post-war wheat pennies. The market has evolved. Age alone no longer defines value, condition, and originality do. And this coin delivers both. When a 1954 with D wheat penny like this appears at auction, interest is immediate. Bidding builds fast. Because collectors know they're looking at something that won't come around often. And now, here's the number that changes everything. The absolutely current market value, right now, today, for a 1954 wheat penny with D mint mark, very fine condition, and natural light green toning, stands at $218, $218,000. This is not a guess. This is not outdated information. This is the real market today. And here's the truth you need to hear clearly. This value is increasing. Quietly. Consistently. Relentlessly. Wait for time, and it will rise even more. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the exact type of coin people lose by accident. It sits in jars. It hides in old rolls. It blends in with common wheat pennies while carrying serious wealth inside it. People are unknowingly spending or ignoring treasures like this every single day. For collectors, the rule is critical. Never clean this coin. Never try to remove the green toning. Never underestimate Denver minted wheat pennies. Learn to read surfaces because surfaces tell the real story. One careless move can erase a fortune, but one careful discovery can secure it. The conclusion is clear and powerful. This 1954 with D wheat penny is not ordinary. It is a hidden big treasure disguised by familiarity and time. If you have one like this, you are not holding loose change, you are holding serious money. Big treasure. Silent wealth hiding in plain sight. Next coin number 8. The year 1955 is legendary in American coin history, but not for the reason most people think. This was the heart of post-war America. Confidence was high. Money moved fast. Coins were everywhere: pockets, counters, cash registers, lunch money, gas stations. Pennies were treated like nothing. They were bent, dropped, ignored, and spent without a second thought. The 1955 wheat penny with the D mint mark was born into pure neglect. And that neglect is exactly what created today's hidden treasure. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, marked clearly with a D, signaling a massive production meant for heavy circulation across the country. These coins worked hard. They were never meant to survive cleanly. They were never meant to be admired. And that's why finding one today, even in very good condition with original surfaces intact, instantly puts it into rare territory. The composition remains the classic and trusted wheat penny bronze alloy, 95% copper, balanced with tin and zinc. That copper-rich core gives the coin a solid weight of approximately 3.11 grams. Its diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. Small measurements, but don't let that fool you. The smallest coins often hide the biggest power. In very good condition, this coin tells a real story. Lincoln's portrait remains clear and recognizable. The outline of the face is strong. The date 1955 is fully readable and confident. The D mint mark is bold and unquestionable. On the reverse, the wheat ears are worn but still structured, still present, still alive. This is honest wear, the kind collectors respect. No artificial shine. No forced brightness. Just real history. What makes this coin truly special is not perfection, it's survival. Most 1955 with D wheat pennies were destroyed by time, cleaning, corrosion, or careless handling. The ones that remain untouched, even in very good condition, are becoming increasingly scarce. Collectors understand this deeply. Survival matters more than shine. Originality matters more than gloss. Rarity here is quiet but powerful. While many people assume later wheat pennies are common, the truth is brutal. Original condition survivors are disappearing fast. Every year, more are lost forever. And every year, demand rises as collectors realize how few remain available on the open market. Collector demand for this coin is strong and relentless, especially among U.S. collectors who understand Denver-minted wheat pennies. When a 1,955 with D wheat penny in very good condition appears in today's auction market, it doesn't sit quietly. Interest builds. Bids climb. Because collectors know they're not buying a penny, they're buying the last survivors of an era that's never coming back. And now, the number that closes this list with authority. The absolutely current market value, right now, today, for a 1,955 wheat penny with D mint mark in very good condition stands at $210, $210,000. This is not a fantasy. This is not outdated. This is the market today. And here's the truth you must understand clearly. This value is rising. Slowly. Steadily. Inevitably. Wait for time and it will increase even more. Do not take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. This is the kind of coin people lose every single day. They spend it. They ignore it. They toss it into jars without thinking. And in doing so, they let go of serious money without ever knowing it. For collectors, the message is simple but critical. Never clean this coin. Never assume very good means low value. Learn the mint marks. Learn the surfaces. Learn the history. Because knowledge is the only thing separating ordinary change from hidden wealth. The conclusion is undeniable. This 1,955 with D wheat penny is not common money. It is a hidden big treasure disguised by familiarity and time. If you have one like this, you are not holding a cent, you are holding a silent fortune. Big treasure. Real money hiding in plain sight. And remember, Hidden U.S. Coins brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day. This list is complete, but the hunt never ends.